I love October, and what I really love is pumpkins. I picked up these 2 pie pumpkins at the grocery store. So what I am going to do is bake them and turn them into pumpkin puree. So the first step is cut off the tops, cut them in half, scoop out the insides, and then bake them on a baking sheet for 35 to 40 minutes at 400 degrees. After they're cut in half, scoop out the insides. I am keeping the insides, the seeds, because I will definitely be baking them in the oven to make some pumpkin seeds, some crispy oiled pumpkin seeds. I'll show that on a separate video. That's my favorite part of pumpkins is roasting pumpkin seeds. So, all right, that's not sometimes. You just got to get your hands in there and pull it out. You remember this as a kid? Did you guys fight over who got to clean the inside of the pumpkin? You want to clean it out really good. When you bake it, you don't want any of these stringy guts. All right. I'll scrape the rest of that with a spoon in a minute. This side don't have as many. Oops, there goes one on the floor. So you get the idea. Clean out, scoop out all the goodness, all the good seeds. If you don't like pumpkin seeds, by all means throw them away, but if you throw them away, you're missing definitely a good part of pumpkin season. After the pumpkins are cleaned, lay them inside down on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and bake them for 35 to 40 minutes at 400 degrees. I am pleasantly surprised how many pumpkin seeds were in those 2 small pumpkin pie pumpkins. Tons of seeds. So next step, while those are baking, I am going to get these cleaned up and do a separate video on how I bake pumpkin seeds. All right, it's been in for 40 minutes. It looks pretty done to me. Look, this skin is already peeling off right here. So now the next step is you want it to cool down and then you peel the skin off, which looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. That one hasn't peeled, but that one started peeling. But again, you wanna let it cool down before you peel off the skin. The pumpkin has cooled down and the skin peels off. Oh, sorry, trying to do this one hand. Well, this one peeled off really easily. This one is going to take a little more, but essentially just peel. Oh, that one's easy. Very easy to peel off. So peel off the skin. Oh my God, look how easy that is. Oh, it smells so good. I love the smell of cooked pumpkin. All right, this one looks like it's gonna come right off. That is, oh, my husband's doing something in the basement if you hear that knocking. And then this one, not as easy, but you would get the idea. So then you peel it, and then I'm gonna cut this into chunks and then put it in the blender to puree it. This is the pumpkin puree. If you don't want to puree it in your blender, just use a potato masher. That's what my husband did. He just mashed it with the potato masher and it looks perfect. And this is probably enough. I would say this is about 4 cups. I am going to save it and make, yes, would you like some pumpkin, monkey? Is that what you're talking about? You want some pumpkin? No? All right. So anyway, we are going to get ready to make some pumpkin donuts and pumpkin ice cream. The 2 pumpkins pureed actually made 4 cups of puree, which is perfect. This is my pumpkin bread batter, which requires 2 cups of pumpkin. And then I have 2 cups extra, which is perfect for tomorrow because my ice cream recipe also calls for 2 cups. And so you know, just use any pumpkin bread that you really like. There's like tons of recipes out there. and mine's pretty basic but really, really good. And so this batter is enough to make 2 loaves, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 1 loaf, and then these little cakes, kind of like donuts. I don't know what happened to my donut pan. I know I used to have a donut pan, but I just can't find it. But I do have this that makes these little bundt cakes, but it also works. I've used it before for pumpkin bread. It works perfectly, and then I'm going to make a maple glaze to go with it. All right, here are the little pumpkin cake donuts. Actually, Robert already ate one and said it doesn't need a glaze. It's super sweet, so I'm not gonna worry about the glaze. And then here is the loaf. It didn't rise as much because I think I used a lot in the donuts. Still, it's a nice loaf. It's not gonna last long. I'm eating the bread right now. It is so good. Basically, if you just Google pumpkin bread, this is like the recipe that pops up that has the most like stars. It has like over 2,000 stars on some website. So pretty simple, because there's a couple recipes that require like buttermilk and stuff, which I don't have. So I just chose the recipe with the basic ingredients, you know, flour and puree and salt and nutmeg and cloves, all the typical stuff. Nothing extra like buttermilk and stuff. Everything I had in the pantry. Oh my God. This is so good. Look how fluffy it is. So, so good. All right, I moved them over to my cake pan. I love this cake stand. I'm not gonna put them on yet because it's still hot, but my sister gave this to me. A coworker gave it to her. She gave it to me, so it's just been passed along and I love it. I put all kinds of stuff on here. So I mentioned that glaze in case any of you are interested. I saw it on someone's YouTube video this week. It looked pretty easy. It was just powdered sugar, and you mix in a little maple syrup until it's the texture you like, and you just, you know, pour it on top as a glaze. And I am gonna try that. It looked really good, but I don't feel like these need a glaze. It's just the perfect sweetness. But I will definitely try this maple glaze on something else. So yeah, I love October. I love pumpkins. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do a lot more videos of all the different kinds of stuff you can make with pumpkins. So anyway, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.